Welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you for joining me as I explore this amazing, incredible, unbelievable wide world of pens. And you see one, a great example, rotating in front of you. It's a first pen for me on many levels. Number one, I bought it on Facebook Marketplace, which is not something I generally would do, but this pen popped up, I saw it, I fell in love with it. I thought the price was great, and the seller was excellent. Good communications, the pen arrived quickly, and I fell in love again. So we're going to explore this pen in detail, hopefully. We're going to talk about what makes it special, and we're going to see if it's something that you might want to explore. It's on a nice, elegant pen stand, which I thought was appropriate. But what really shines out is this amazing color and design in the resin, which the pen maker is known for. This might be their flagship resin, but we need to look at it more closely and look at that honeybee. The bee's knees is here. So one of the things that's just amazing about the look of this pen is it really does look like honeycomb, where you have some cells with honey in it and some cells maybe sealed. And my partner's a beekeeper, so she's very familiar with honeycomb, and she loves this pen. And the brass bee looks really good. It's an extra accessory cost. And I like minimalistic, smooth design. I mean, yes, there's that seam between the cap and barrel, and they do line up very nicely. And you do need to put in when you do put the cap on, you need to get those threads right. But I hope the camera is picking up how wonderful and lovely this is. And you may say that you've seen other cell designs, pens from me. And yes, here's one. The F3 pen called Cybercell, but it certainly is not the same as the bee's knees honeycomb one. This is an aluminum grid. This is some type of honeycomb design. And, I like both pens. They both have interesting aspects to them, and the F3 is definitely a larger pen in every dimension. Just something to look at. And if we take the cap off, it takes about 1 3/4 turns. There's a gold tone nib, Jowo nib. You can tell by the shape of that feed. And it has the tailored pen logo there. And you can see there's an M for medium. It's a Jowo nib. I haven't written with it yet, but I'm certain it'll write fine. And I like the fact that the section is the same material as the rest of the pen. I think it just makes it look good. And the pen is a good size, fits nicely in my hand. It's light, and it'll give you those weights. And the other thing that's interesting about the design is it does post fairly well. You can feel that cap there, but for people who like to post, this is a pen that would work for you. So we talked about the cap and barrel lining up, and you can see here it doesn't. So when you cap the pen, just insert it with the feed exposed, and then it lines up. So it's double threaded there, which is nice. Yeah, can't stop looking at it. So the pen also comes with this very, very nice rickshaw pen sleeve, and it's identified as the Tailored Pen Company, and I probably pronounced it Tailor Pen, and it should be Tailored Pen Company. Then a couple people review their pens. I'll put links to those reviews. There's only a couple, so I'm surprised about that. They've been around for a while, and I think they make a great pen. Overall, I was very happy with my Facebook Marketplace purchase. I used PayPal. Everything was smooth, good communications from the seller, very nice personal note. They included this nice bottle of ink, which I think will go into the pen because that's the ink that was used to write this nice note that was included with the pen. You know, I had tracking. Delivery was a couple days from another state in the United States. And I don't have a Ferris wheel press bottle like this. So now I do. So in the interest of showing you everything about the pen, as you would expect in a cartridge converter, you unscrew the barrel and there's the converter. And if you want to use cartridges, you can do that. International standard, Jowo. It's a Jowo nib assembly. It unscrews. So it gives you a lot of options if you would like to change out the nib. It's always good for that. For comparison's sake, here's another handmade pen, which is one of a kind, which I very much enjoy. We have your wood, your acrylic, blended together. Like I say, the bee's knees is its own character, and this is a kind of a kit design, so you have that metal section and a nice Bach nib. But I just, handmade pens, there's a lot of handmade pens out there and a lot of companies vying for your attention. And I'm really happy that I now know tailored pens, at least from this particular pen. So this is another one of those examples of a bad design for actually using the bottle to fill the pen. It doesn't fit in the opening. And I wouldn't call this a overly large pen, but there's no way you're going to get that to fill. So I used a syringe and filled the cartridge with a syringe. And what you need to do after you fill it is push out ink to saturate the feed and everything, and that's how much I had to push it out. So, a lot of people like to fill their converters with a syringe and whatever to keep everything nice and clean. Yeah, I like to fill from the bottle. Doesn't happen with this Ferris wheel press bottle. So for me, this is a typical Jowo medium nib. A little bit more feedback than usual, but as we all know, nibs vary amongst the manufacturers from nib to nib. But the flow is great, and after I primed the feed, it wrote right away. So I expect it to be a good writer. So the camera shows this ink to be darker than it actually looks in the eyes. So it's an interesting color. Not something I could use every day, but I'm glad to have experienced it. We're nearing the end of this video review of an amazing pen in my mind, and a new pen company for me, but probably many of you out there know about it. Yes, Dean, I'm talking to you. So, is it worth exploring? Yes. They got a nice website. I'll put a link to the website in the video description. They're also active on Instagram, so you can follow them there and see some great pens that they make. I only found 2 video reviews, and I'll put links to those. And one of them was another honeycomb with a really interesting multicolored resin used rather than the yellow resin used in this pen. So I'm impressed with the artistic approach that tailored pens have done, and they do a good machining job. I mean, this is stacked up against Edison, Franklin Christoph, all the other turned acrylic pen people. Very well polished, fit and finish is great. So that's what it's all about. So hopefully this video found everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, your inks, your papers, expressing your thoughts in various ways through written language or through maybe some pictures that you draw. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what's coming next, but stay tuned. Bye.